electoral map for years. And the most interesting part has been just how dynamic it's been. We've seen so many demographic shifts, we've seen so many states flip, so many districts flip, and one of the most interesting parts here, folks, exodus of the Democrat Party when it comes to minority voters. It continues to ramp up. And I have a viral video that, while it might be anecdotal, I think is a microcosm of the whole damn thing. This is the quiet revolution that is currently happening, and it's going to have lasting impacts on voting demographics moving forward. TLDR, the end of the story, Democrats are losing the Black and Latino vote, as well as pretty much every other minority vote, and it's not a phenomenon that's slowing down. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so this viral clip right over here is what I'm referring to when it comes to the quiet political revolution or political awakening happening in so many communities. These types of clips are becoming more and more common. Take a look at this.
Our nation is gone mad. I hope y'all like y'all's president. Because in a year's time, he screwed the whole nation up. I told you, I don't care how many blind eyes open if I say something like that. Wasn't my blind eye, I'm out of here. He must be a Republican. You know, it took that man 1 year to screw the whole country up. A year. Don't be looking at me like, no, our nation's gone backwards. A year ago, you were paying $2 a gallon for gas. Yeah, let's take it where you can relate. And you're paying almost $4 now because of his decisions. Yeah, it's his decisions. 2 million people have crossed our borders from Mexico. Now he getting political. No, kingdom. I'm kingdom. Screwed it up. They don't report this. But they are flying people who cross the border illegally. Your government is flying them to cities across the United States and putting them up in hotels and paying for them with your money. Only took a year to screw the country up. Just took a year. Just took a year. Yeah, he must be a Trump supporter. No, I believe. Yep.
And you can tell by the lukewarm response that people aren't necessarily on the same page yet. Some people are, some people aren't. What does that tell you? That tells you that this is probably happening in a massive majority Democrat area. I'm not exactly sure which pastor this is and which church this is, what city, what district, but you can kind of get a feel for it. But what's incredibly powerful here is that it's happening at all. The Black community has voted 90% for Democrats for decades. And all of a sudden, communities whose worldview has been nothing but vote Democrat, always supporting the liberal regime, well, all of a sudden, they're hearing a different story. They're hearing the other side. That's something that hasn't happened for a very long time, at least not to this magnitude. And all of a sudden, you can tell that conversations are being had. And this is exactly how change occurs. This is what I keep saying, that the Biden administration, Joe Biden's failure of a first year in office, is the biggest red pill being handed out to the masses. All of a sudden, people are waking up. What is going on? How is everything so damn expensive? Why does the world feel more unstable than it was after the previous guy who was supposedly Orange Cheeto Hitler version 2.0? I thought Biden was supposed to be the good guy. I thought Biden was the guy who was going to bring back stability, and yet we're more unstable than ever. I thought Biden was our biggest supporter, yet he got elected into office and has delivered on absolutely no promises, delivered zero tangible results for our community. This is the wake-up call. This is the conversation that people are currently having. I promise you, it's like antibodies, folks. The liberal virus has entered the bloodstream, and common sense conservative blood cells are multiplying and handling the issue accordingly. It's slowly starting to spread. A conversation is had, then ideas are spread, and slowly, over time, people start to wake up and people start to realize, this is like I always say, for the cultural and political pendulum to swing, it takes a long time, possibly up to 10 years. It takes a while for a political